fellow students. I'm Samira Adhikari from grade 9 and today I will be speaking against the motion the UN has lived up to its purposes. For the last 72 years, the UN has permanently changed the environment of the international community. Some of those changes were pretty good, I have to admit, but other changes, not so much. So here are my reasons as to why the UN has failed to live up to its purposes. Like my fellow opponent Nima said, protection and promotion of the human rights is a guiding principle and the key purpose of the United Nations. At least that's what the UN Charter says. However, past actions of the United Nations have proved otherwise. Here's how. The United Nations Population Fund was working with the Peruvian Population Control Program. That is good work, but here's a twist. The Peruvian program was later discovered to be engaged in a coercive sterilization rampage. Coercive sterilization is disabling a person's reproductive organs without their full consent. That is obviously a gross violation of human rights. Now you would expect UN to cut off the fundings immediately and launch an investigation. But that is not what the UN did. What the UN actually did was continued funding the program even after the abuses had become public. This sole event proves that UN has already failed one of its key purposes, that is protection of human rights. Now, as my fellow opponent said, UN is renowned for its World Food Program, peacekeeping forces, and the HIV/AIDS program. But another thing that UN is famous for is anti-Zionism and anti-Semitism. The most famous example of this is the passage of United Nations General Assembly Resolution 3379, which equates Zionism as a form of racism. Though this resolution was rescinded in 1991, the fact that this type of resolution managed to garner votes and pass in the very holy General Assembly is quite shocking in itself. And another disturbing fact is that this resolution was passed on the 37th anniversary of the Kristallnacht, a violent riot which marks the beginning of the Holocaust. See the connection here? UN was established to prevent a war such as the World War II from ever happening again. And see what they have done. And another thing that UN is famous for is its very evident biasness. Ban Ki-moon, the previous Secretary General of the United Nations, admitted it himself that the United Nations had a biasness towards Israel. Though he retracted his statement, what needed to be said had been said. And another thing we need to keep in mind is the attention given to the Arab-Israeli conflict. Issues relating to the Arab-Israeli conflict has occupied a massive amount of debate time, resolutions, and resources of the UN. But the most ironic thing is that even though this much attention has been given, nothing has been done to solve the Arab-Israeli conflict. We don't see any changes now, do we? And